Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Race video, and today we are going to be talking about potential upcoming banners you lads might want to be saving for. Now this is mainly for some players out there that want to have a discussion for potential what banners you want to save for, and also for the new players out there that maybe didn't play last year. Maybe you started playing during the New Year celebration, you don't know what's coming out, what to save for. Well, this video should hopefully help you. Now one thing I do need to preface straight away is the fact that outside of certain banners, we have no idea what could potentially be coming out. KLab can always throw a loop around and give us some next up banner that we've never received before. For example, I made a video like this a few months back trying to predict what upcoming banners we'd see leading up from the 5th anniversary to the end of year, and for the most part we did get some of the banners right. We knew exactly when certain banners would fall in, but I also, and I don't think anyone could have predicted, the fact that KLab would do 5 months or 4 or so months of back-to-back 1000-year Blood War banners. I did not see that coming, I don't think anyone did, and I don't think a lot of people saw KLab releasing new seasonal banners and stuff that we haven't seen before. So maybe KLab are going to do that again this year, maybe add some new seasonals, but I think there is a theory going around right now, and I do believe it, that essentially the seasonal banners that we are getting have a 2-year cycle. So the seasonal banners that we did receive last year, we're going to get a similar banner with that same theme for this year, and then going forward to next year, then they're going to be a bit different. Maybe next year we're not going to get another Machine Society banner, and we're going to get some other Valentine's themed banner with a different society theme. If that kind of makes sense. I'll explain more about that in a minute when we do get to it, but let's quickly break down exactly what we did receive this time last year, right? So we're kind of following the same pattern. I feel like for the most part, what we got last year is going to happen the same time, but I feel like there's a bit of a difference because we are going to be getting Spirits Are Forever With You, and that's going to spice up this prediction a bit because it's going to be hard to kind of tell exactly when we are going to get that. So from last year, going from January's mid-month, we got the Fierce Battle Excellent banner with the Ichigo, Aizen, and Kenpachi. That was the first premium banner of the year. End of month, we got Machine Society for the females. It was the first time we ever did get the Machine Society banner. Essentially, this is the Valentine's themed banner, and this every year happens at the same time, end of month January, so you can probably expect the same thing to happen this year, and this one should also be a Machine Society themed banner. Mid-month of February was a Can't Feel World banner, Can't Feel Own World round 5 more specifically, and then after that, February's end of month was a 1000-year Blood War banner featuring Tenjiro, Kiryu, and Senju Marino. I forgot the actual round, so I'm not exactly sure how many rounds of 1000-year Blood War that we have, but it was like round 8 or something. After that, we got the March mid-month banner, which was the Machine Society for males. So we have the White Day themed banner. Again, this also happens every single year, so you can probably expect the exact same kind of theming banner to fall on the exact same date this year. Then the end of month of March was a Canfield round 6 banner. This did come with a Banka live stream, so again, probably expect something like this to happen again at the same time this year. April's mid-month was a throw-off last year. We did not expect this to happen, and it was the Desert Society banner, which again should also follow the same time this year. Then after that, April's end of month banner was 1000-year Blood War. May's mid-month was a Redux Summon, aka a premium banner. May's end of month banner was a Can't Feel World banner, and then June's mid-month was a random filler banner with Makoto, Amagai, and Retsu. And then June's end of month banner was the swimsuit banner. So if you don't actually know, we don't get any mid-month banners during July, because on the 23rd we get the 5th anniversary or anniversary themed banner. In this year it's going to be 6th anniversary, and then a week after that, so the end of month of July, we get the second part of the anniversary, which is pretty much always guaranteed to be a 1000-year Blood War banner. So as you can see there, that was the breakdown of what we did get last year for the first 7 months leading up until the 5th anniversary. Now this year, we should follow the same pattern for the most part. We should. But again, you know KLab, they can always change something up. They could always give us something that we haven't really received before, like a new seasonal banner, or just don't give us a seasonal banner that we got last year, for example, Desert Society. We don't know if that's going to happen again this year, but it's very likely, so do keep that in mind. Now, one thing that does, and I think I mentioned at the start of the video, that's going to kind of switch this up a bit, is the fact that we are going to be getting 2 more Can't Feel World rounds, around 9 and 10, and then we're also, sometime this year, probably around April time, we're going to get the start of the Spirits Are Forever With You collab, which, again, this is going to be kind of hard to try and find out exactly when that's going to happen, but at least for Can't Feel World, and that allows us to make an educated guess of when those last 2 rounds are going to be happening, because surprisingly, they did give us a date. They didn't give us an exact date, but they said round 9 and 10 is going to happen sometime between the end of month of January to the end of month of March, and I think if we go by last year's schedule, we can kind of make a guess of when exactly Can't Feel round 9 and 10 is going to fall. But before we do go talk about those 2 banners, let's quickly break down exactly what we should potentially see this year. Now, lucky for us, starting off in 2021, we actually had a very easy skip that I don't think many people actually pulled on. We have the Fierce Battle Carnivore Conflict banner. This banner did feature Zayapro, Uryu, and Renji, and I think for most people it is an easy skip, and I think I already mentioned it many times. You shouldn't be pulling on this banner because we've with a lot of limited time banners coming out throughout the year, and you're going to see this when we talk about it. There's a lot of things coming out, right? So that was the mid-month banner. We've already had it, so there's nothing to predict. And then going into January's end-of-month banner, the first banner that's going to be coming out in almost a week's time, or announced in a week's time, is and will be Machine Society. Now, they could change this up, and the main reason I'm saying this is because there is a small chance, lads, that this could very well be Canfield Round 9. So on your screen is a picture from the Banca live stream where they did mention that Canfield Round 9 and 10 is going to happen sometime between the end of month of January to the end of month of March. So that does mean there's a possibility that Canfield Round 9 is going to be end of month of January, but I don't think that's going to be the case because Machine Society is just going to bring more of the Sims in, and I feel like for Caleb it's going to be more successful than Canfield Round 9, which I believe is going to be February's mid-month banner. We'll talk about that in a minute. So January's end of month, since it is Machine Society, this is the Valentine's themed banner. We're probably going to get some news in the coming days about a Valentine's themed resurrection going along with that. Either way, if I am wrong and it isn't Machine Society or Valentine's themed, just switch them up. So if for some reason Canfield Round 9 is the end of month of January, then that means the mid-month of February is going to be Machine Society. So if you're someone that wants to pull for Valentine's themed Machine Society characters, then you're probably going to want to say for the end of month of January, where you are going to actually have a chance to get Machine Society Ruruka, who is a Linksaw character, so she is going to be making a return in this upcoming end of month banner. So that's why I believe it's going to be the end of month of January. So again, talking about the mid-month of February, it should be Canfield. And this also lines up with the pattern that we got last year. Mid-month of February was Canfield Round 5, and we do know for a fact Canfield can be mid-months because we've received 2 Canfield banners, Round 5 and 1, as mid-month banners in the past. So I feel like Round 9 is going to be the least hype of the 2 last Canfield banners, and that's why I feel like it's going to work best as a mid-month, and this banner is most likely, in my opinion, again, it isn't confirmed, should be Tsukishima, Yukio, and Kugo. It kind of makes sense. These 3 characters are, I mean, I'm sure some people like them. I'm not going to say they're unpopular, but I think in Kayla's part as well, they know that these 3 characters aren't going to sell that much. So I feel like them being a mid-month banner is going to work the best, and that would mean, potentially, that February's end of month, again, going by last year's pattern, should be a 1000-year Blood War banner. So that is kind of special because, again, for the last 5 or so months in 2020, we got back-to-back end of month 1000-year Blood War banners. So the fact that potentially end of month of January is going to be a Valentine's-themed banner or a Canfield banner is a good thing because that means it's the first end of month banner that we haven't received a 1000-year Blood War banner in the last 6 or so months. So yeah, February's end of month should be 1000-year Blood War. It does line up with last year. I feel like this is probably going to be Giselle's banner. In my opinion, I'm expecting the first 1000-year Blood War banner of 2021 to be the last 3 Femritas, or the Bambis. That's my guess, but I'm not really here to talk about who's going to be in the banner. I'm also here to talk about what the banner is going to be. But either way, it's going to be 1000-year Blood War potentially at the end of month of February. And then moving on from that, mid-month of March should be the Machine Society banner for the males. So for you lads out there that like male characters, or you ladies out there that are fed up that you don't get male fan service, this is potentially the only banner for you because unfortunately as it is, Caleb don't release a lot of fan service for males outside of like basically this banner right here. So this is basically the White Day Fiend banner. It always happens mid-month of March. Again, you can also see it here in this case where Caleb know for a fact the mid-month banners are normally the ones that don't sell as well as end-of-month banners, right? And the fact that the female version of the Machine Society is always an end-of-month and the males are always mid-month, you can kind of see what Caleb's priorities are. So for the March mid-month banner, it should be the Machine Society for the male characters. Following that, for the end-of-month of March, we should have Canfield Round 10, the final potential Canfield banner. So as you all know, Round 8 came out with the Shuhei, the Aura, and the Hikone. Many people, myself included, said Canfield was done because it seemed like the final banner, but Caleb came out saying we're going to get 2 more. And again, going back to that picture that I showed earlier, it said it's going to come out from any time between the end of month of January to the end of month of March. So if you look at all the banners we are potentially going to be getting in the next 3 or so months, there's pretty much no other slot where Canfield Round 10 can actually fit in besides the end of month of March, because it can't be end of month February because the mid-month February should be Round 9. We're not going to get back-to-back Canfield banners. It can't be March mid-month because we're going to get Machine Society. That's always happening March mid-month. So that pretty much guarantees Round 10 is going to fall March end of month. And it makes sense being an end of month banner because this potentially will be the final Canfield banner. And my guess is that we're going to be getting another Tokinada. And it just makes the most sense. If we're being honest, if Round 10 is potentially the final Canfield banner, how else are you going to end it besides giving us another copy of the final villain, the big baddie? And since his first form was very OP, still a fan favorite to a lot of players, Caleb already know the popularity that Tokinada has in-game right now. He has a lot of clout. it just makes sense to give us another copy of him with different abilities, more specifically an SP-based character, for the final banner of Comfy Rod, more specifically round 10. So that's my prediction. I don't know who the other two characters will be because, again, we pretty much have already received everyone. So my guess is that end of month of March is going to be the final Comfy Rod banner featuring another Toginado. And with that, Comfy Rod should now be done, so that does open up the possibility that we're going to start getting Spirits Are Forever With You. Now, even though I'm saying that, I think we're still going to have to wait a bit before we do get our first banner, unless, again, they want to skip certain seasonal banners, like the one that we should be getting for April's mid-month, which is the Desert Society. So we got that last year, April's mid-month. This was the first time we did get it, and this banner should also potentially be the last time we get Desert Society. Now, the main reason I'm saying this is because there is a theory going around, and shout out to Coachy for this, I believe, over on Reddit. Essentially, the banners that we do get, the seasonal banners, have an expiry date of 2 years. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at the past, like mainly the Valentine's banner, if you look at that, that's I think the best case scenario for it. Valentine's had Cacao Society for 2 years, then it stopped. Now we're getting Machine Society. So they changed up most of the seasonal banners last year, giving us different kind of themes. Now, some like the Valentine's, White Day, Swimsuit, and Christmas banner, they stayed the same for the most part. The Valentine's and White Day did see a change. Even though it's still Valentine's themed, it did go from Cacao Society, which lasted 2 years, to now Machine Society. So this very well, also in January's end of month and March's mid-month, those could very well be the last Machine Society banners that we do see. And then next year, it could still be a White Day and Valentine's themed banner, but it might have a different name or a different kind of outfit choice design, if you kind of get what I'm saying. But it also could just stick to Desert Society. If we look at the Parasol banner, those Parasol banners were never very consistent in whether we did get it or not, but we did get Parasol twice and now it's gone. Spirit Society also happened twice and now it's gone. We didn't get it this year. So again, there is a possibility that the 2-year theory does hold up and they're going to change stuff after next year. So Desert Society very well might have its last banner this year, and then next year, around the same time, we get another themed banner. Maybe something that we voted for the 5th anniversary questionnaire, if that kind of makes sense. Again, next year is going to be the deciding factor whether that theory does hold up, but for now, this banner should be Desert Society. And as for who the characters are going to be in it, I have no idea. Not really here to sit and try and tell you who it might be. Following on from that though, we should now have April's end of month, which in my opinion should be another 1000-year Blood War banner, and the main reason is because, again, last year it happened at the same time this year. Considering the fact that they rushed out a lot of Comfy Rod banners, I think they did that so they could take a break at the start of the year. That's my prediction. But also at the same time, I believe around the time at the end of month of April is when the expiry for the 1000-year Blood War story mode is going to expire. Now, I do believe they're going to extend it. It makes no sense why they wouldn't. If it was going to finish sometime around April, they would have rushed through the story and finished it. But considering that we're only on basically part 2, they're definitely going to extend it at that point. So my guess would be at the end of month of April, when we do get another 1000-year Blood War banner, they would give us another story part and then also extend the expiry date for that event, because it's still classed as an event even though it is a story mode. So do keep that in mind. But at the same time, it very well could just expire and we don't have the story anymore. But again, it doesn't make sense. If it was expiring and we weren't going to get any more 1000-year Blood War story after that April date, then they would have rushed out. We would have finished it. So considering they're taking their time with it, then I believe that they're going to extend it when the time does come. So April's end of month, in my opinion, should be 1000-year Blood War. Now, at this point in time, this is where it gets a bit tricky. So, we just received all these limited time banners, and we also received basically the exact same amount of limited banners last year. If we go by last year's schedule, the mid-month of May was a premium banner. It was the Redux summons with the Toshiro and Ginzuru. Now, this banner could very well be another premium banner. My guess is that it would be another Fierce Battle banner. But at the same time, if KLab don't want to give us time to breathe and they want to make sure that they force limited time banners down our throat, they could potentially make this premium banner Spirits Are Forever With You. Now, on the list that I have, I listed May's end of month as Spirits Are Forever With You. That would be my guess, because last year it was Comfy Rod. Comfy Rod at this point should be done. So, in my opinion, Spirits Are Forever With You should happen sometime at May's mid-month or May's end of month. Hopefully, it's end of month of May, because if it is mid-month of May, that would mean that the end of month of May is going to be 1000-year Blood War. Hopefully that makes sense. So again, I'm just going to say for my prediction, the May and mid-month banner is going to be a premium banner. It's probably going to be a Fierce Battle banner. And then the May end of month banner is going to be Spirits Are Forever With You. Now, around this time, May's end of month is when we actually get a Bankai live stream. So I wouldn't be surprised if sometime at the end of month of April or sometime early May, they announce that we're going to be getting a Bankai live stream. And if that does happen, I'm calling it now, that pretty much guarantees Spirits Are Forever With You is going to be end of month of May. Following that, lucky for us, June's mid-month banner should just be a normal premium. This is the banner that you pretty much skip. Main reason because it's June. At this point in time, you're saving for the anniversary, or you're saving for the swimsuits, the last bit of bait before the anniversary banner. So June's mid-month is probably going to be an easy skip. Hopefully that is the case. Even if it is good characters, I'm still skipping it. We don't want to be pulling on premium banners a month before the anniversary. That just can't be happening, lads. That just can't be happening. Anyway, going on from that, end of month of June is pretty much guaranteed to be swimsuits. It happens every single year. What best way to bait people to summon right before the anniversary than their favorite females in swimsuits? And then after that, that would be the 6th anniversary. Again, July 23rd is when that's going to happen. We don't ever get a mid-month in July because we get 2 anniversary rounds in July. On the 23rd, we get round 1 with the anniversary character, and then we get the 1000 Year Blood War rounds at round 2 at the end of the month of July. So do keep that in mind. So that's basically the prediction, lads, for every single banner that we should be getting from now to the end of July. Now, for the most part, I did follow what we got last year, but I made this list before we looked at last year, and it just so happened that it kind of works out. If we go by last year's schedule and we kind of like adapt it to what we're going to be getting this year, I think this makes sense. Again, it's just a prediction. The main point of this video and the main thing that you should be taking away from this is the fact that we have a lot of limited time banners coming out, and if you plan ahead, then you can look at what you want to summon for, because even though I'm saying some of these banners might be an easy skip like Canfield round 9 for the mid-month of February, it very well could be Tokinada. It could be a cool character. It could be someone that's OP and you might want to summon. But if you're someone out there that just wants to pay attention to 1000 Year Blood War banners, then you're probably going to expect to see the next 1000 Year Blood War banner at the end of month of February and or the end of month of April. If you only care about seasonal characters, then January's end of month, March mid-month, April's mid-month, and also the end of month of June are going to be the banners for you because they're going to be giving us seasonal characters. And if you're someone out there that wants to actually save all their orbs for the start of the new collab, Spirits Are Forever With You with the Beyond Bankai, that is a fan term, by the way, for these new original forms for these Soul Reapers, that's probably going to happen sometime around May. My guess is that it's going to be the end of month of May, but again, knowing K-Lab, they could always change something up. Don't take this video as gospel that these banners are going to happen at these certain dates. And with that, lads, that was basically the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. As of me recording this video, we should be having the maintenance in a couple hours time, so make sure you do all your dailies and stuff that you need to do, because tomorrow morning we're going to be getting the news. I don't actually know if we're getting any news tomorrow. We're going to get the con event. We're going to be getting the new Cons Bonanza pet, maybe some data mined information about that, maybe some resurrection news, maybe we're going to see the new guild quest difficulty. This update is in preparation for that, but I'm not sure if it's going to be dropping tomorrow morning or if they're going to wait till the weekly reset, so we'll have to wait and see. But either way, we're getting the update tomorrow, so I'm quite excited for that. But either way, lads, if you did make it to the end, show some support by liking the video, comment down below what banners you want to be pulling for, what are you saving for. I'm curious to know. For me, I'm skipping every banner until 1000 Year Blood War. Hopefully that February end of month is going to be a Giselle, and at that point I'm probably going to be skipping the March mid-month, maybe pull for round 10 of Can't Be World if Tokinada's there. Depending on the 2 other characters, if they're hype, I'll pull on the main banner. If they're not, I'm saving for Tokinada's individual. After that, I'll pull on end of month of April, which should be 1000 Year Blood War, and then I'm saving for Spirits Are Forever With You, and then at that point I'm saving for the 6th anniversary. But I very well know that the Simp in Me is going to come out during the end of the month of June, and I'm going to end up pulling for the swimsuit characters. I just know it happens every year. It happens every year. That being said, I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.